Hello again, YouTube. This is Dr. Kendo, here to give some insight into a little behind-the-scenes action with one of the birthday raps. We'll be taking a look at SinOfDusk's June 16th birthday here, and I mentioned last time how the birthday raps have changed so much if you watch the first and last ones, and I'm definitely gonna stand by that and reiterate it here. Every time I see myself reading on that spiral, I kinda go nuts now. Ugh. Anyway, I think it's hilarious that the announcer changed so drastically in this one compared to the first one, which we analyzed just a while ago, i.e. Leroy Jethro's birthday. In this rap, he's just absolutely ballistic in the intro. And today's birthday is for SinOfDusk! One secret inside tidbit of this song is that I created the instrumental and beat for it a long time ago. It was probably during my freshman year of college or somewhere around that, which would have been about 7 to 8 years ago now. Yeah. The previous song it went to was called Frankenstein, and something I want to be very clear about is that, yes, Dr. Kendo does do non-birthday raps music. I even started out as a musician/composer first with the Dr. Kendo name before ever doing anything on YouTube, and perhaps I should play you a little bit of the Frankenstein song so you can get a feel for what this beat used to go to.
I just wanna know why, gotta shed their blood. Why everybody playing me, acting like my bud now. Take a look around, you can tell from my face there is no escape. A crazy motherfucker, I'ma bust you in the ground. Step into this team and you're going diggity down. You don't smoke too much, you don't smoke too soon. Yeah, anger fills this piece when I enter the room. It's plot, drive, now pick a song. Eliminating what's ready if I happen to cop.
Later on in life, I never really got around to finishing it, and the Frankenstein song was scrapped, but I did keep the instrumental handy, of course. So first things first, regarding the video, I guess we're getting all up into my past life and past activities I've done here, because there's even a past story to go with the lightning bolts that I called down from the sky when I mentioned Thor's power. SinOfDusk mentioned that Chris Hemsworth was his favorite actor, and The Avengers was his favorite movie. So that's the reason I landed on these lyrics about Thor, and the subsequent bars to come. Anyway, this lightning was actually drawn by me, but it was used for a way different purpose and project. About 5 or 6 years ago, I was in a digital imaging and new media class in college. We had to do a project where we photoshopped a story or a sequence of images. So of course, I made myself a one-man band like I typically do in life, and I created this ninja comic book style sequence of photoshopped images, and I made them into greeting cards. I played all of the characters, and I just photoshopped myself in all over it. And I changed the colors around so that like trees were purple and the sky was red, and just like in that movie Sin City, there were no flesh tones. And so anyway, you can see the resulting images here that I'm posting on your screen. But relating back to the birthday rap, there was this Raiden-like character that I included as a bad guy in my comic, and that is where the lightning came from. I'll put up some pictures of this too, but it was drawn on some wacky black paper with one of those clear writing magic markers. So when you draw on the black paper with the clear marker, it reveals what you drew in all these weird rainbowy colors. And then I just changed the colors up in Photoshop to make it mostly end up being a yellow lightning bolt. So I'm guessing you never would have thought there'd be that much history behind some lightning bolts that appear on screen for about 2 seconds. Moving on, you may or may not have noticed that a circular shape flies from the word Avengers here at this part of the rap. Well, I know I'm doing this really crappily, but holding my video camera up to the screen was really the only way I could logistically and quickly get this out to you guys. But you can see here in Final Cut Pro, my video editing program, that I'm just inching along slowly in the video so that you can see what exactly this circle shape is. It's actually a very crappy looking Captain America shield. It goes after the word Avengers and comes back to the same spot after the word assemble. And when it's coming back, you can even see that some of the miserable looking stars aren't even aligned at one point, and they aren't even on the shield itself. This shield, while simple, provided me with some problems while I was editing, so I had to kind of just work with whatever was happening, so some stars just were not going to be on the shield in that frame. Now, I may not know a whole lot about Pokemon generations after, well, Generation 1, but I knew that Lucario's name was pronounced Lucario. I just did the whole Lucario bit to rhyme with Ontario, where SinOfDusk is from. But of course, in a nod to Lucario, I figured it'd be cool to do this bit about telepathy and then unleash some aura at the end. This aura, quote unquote, is actually the generic fire template that I would use for later raps. A lot, actually. I know that's completely random, but it had to be acknowledged. Lastly, of course, is the chorus, and and I wanted to dive deeper into that just so everyone can appreciate the work that goes into pretty much all of my choruses, or chori. Not only am I known in my music for doing like 10 to 20 voices all together to make this crowd-like sound, all just using my own voice, but Mrs. Kendo also does a lot of vocal work, going in to record multiple different tracks for her harmonies. In this song, hopefully everyone noticed her staccato-like harmony parts hitting the end of each sentence in the chorus. Here.
Happy birthday!
But then also, on the words happy birthday, please notice how I went in about 11 times or so and did a new voice each and every time. That means 11 separate times I went in and recorded the same line over myself, but just using a different voice each time so that it makes this crowd sounding effect. And I don't know a whole lot of artists that do this sort of thing, so I take great pride in it.
Happy birthday!
Anyway, that's all we have for right now, so I'll catch you on the next behind the scenes vid, and thanks for viewing.